Hi guys. I have absolutely no clue what I'm going to call this video, but I'm just going to chat anyway to you guys. I want you guys to understand why I do YouTube, why I do YouTube the way I do it, and why I started doing YouTube, and why pretty much you're going to have to rip me off a computer to make me stop doing it. There is going to have to be something big, or it's going to have to be not possible for me to do it, time-wise, or something like that. Don't worry, I'm not quitting. Don't worry, I'm far from quitting. All right. I want my subscribers and anybody who comes to the channel to understand why I do this. Why I don't let people who insult me. I don't even give them the time of day. I actually troll them because I respond. I feel that, well, let's start with when I started this. When did I start this? I started this 30th of August 2006. That's when my YouTube account was activated. That was my first ever login on YouTube. Back then it was a very different site from what it is today. I didn't really give it too much mind until I got into a role-playing group. And it's difficult to explain, but I got into a role-playing group, and my first ever vid was published that I actually did editing on, was published on the 28th of March 2007. Pretty much, I can't figure out how many days or months, or how many days between or months between, but that is what I class as my first ever. It's the war video, basically something where we were doing an event between the Romulans and us, and I just made up this stupid video. And it's something where I took time and effort to basically put it together. I think 5 days to put that little thing together. Now, at that time, I didn't have the technology I have now. I had a goodish computer. I'm still in the house. It's not the one I'm using at the moment, as you probably have guessed, but it's a good computer. I was using the worst goddamn video editor ever, which was Windows Movie Maker, and the way I was getting clips was I didn't know how to rip DVDs or anything. I just ripped them straight off YouTube. And it was a raw file. It was no audio. It was just raw, weird. And I'm still proud of it. I can see my flaws with it. I've improved. Well, in some ways I've improved. In some ways I think I've got more lazy and worse. That was my first ever video where I actually did editing. I felt like it was something that, it's like baking a cake, but the cake never goes moldy. You can always go back and watch it, and that is when I really fell in love with editing. And most of the time nowadays I actually don't edit, which I think I'm going to try and get into again. But that's when I really fell in love with editing. And my next 10 vids were all heavily edited. Or they were just basically trailers from the UK for a show that I loved, which is Chuck. Chuck, that show got me through a time in my life I don't really want to speak about. It was a time in my life where I thought I was doing something good, and I thought I was doing something good for my career prospects, and I think it made things worse, which we live and learn. I personally feel the reason I do YouTube is because, okay, I get paid for it, but I haven't actually got paid yet, if you see what I mean. I get a little bit of money from Fullstream. Until I get 100 quid, they don't give it to me. I haven't got 100 quid yet, so I can't really say how much money. I think there's some clause in the YouTube thing that I signed that I can't say how much money I earn per video or anything, which I can totally understand. The reason why I got back into it so much was because basically, this is how it started. I can't remember when, because I think it was about 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. No, 3 years ago. That I got a message from YouTube because, well, I got a message from YouTube saying they'd like to put me into a monetary system. And I was like, okay, and I just clicked, yeah, go ahead. And I thought not really too much about it. Then I went onto a site that I still go on today for something, not for everything, but I go onto a site called, no, that's not true. I've got it mixed up. I had given up YouTube for a couple of years. Well, I still did stuff with the Chuck episodes. Whenever I found sort of like a niche where I could sort of do my own thing, wherever felt that like I wanted to do something, things like Quantum of Chuck, Chuck Roy. Did I actually call it Chuck Royale? It's fucking stupid, but Chuck Royale, things like that. And I went onto a website called thatgirlwithglasses.com, and I saw what the Nostalgia Critic was doing. I saw what Obscurus Looper was doing. I saw what Nash was doing. Linkara, all of them. I saw what they were doing. They were using their editing skills to entertain. And I'm not saying that I have ever been anywhere near their quality or anything, but I thought I can do that. And I started up a Blip, which I think I'm going to actually leave in the description. There's a couple of vids I've done that aren't really anything, but I think if you're a fan of mine, you probably want to see them. You might want to see them or whatever. I did it. I basically did about 4 or 5 vids on Blip, and they're still up there. I've still got a Blip account. If I can't put something on YouTube, I'll put it on Blip. Blip's got a bloody awful uploader, but never mind. Then got a message from YouTube. This was about a month after my last vid on Blip that I actually uploaded, and it said, we'd like to monetize your account. Basically, straight from Google, we'd like to monetize your account. And I was like, okay. Now here's the honest truth. It was the biggest goddamn cheat ever, because I had not done a single piece of the work. I was part of the fan community for a show called Chuck, as I said, and I put up some trailers that weren't aired in the USA, and I got big because I got on one of the big fan sites for Chuck, and they edited up like nothing on earth. That is why my views went up drastically one day, and it was like, I think that over time sort of made them understand, okay, this is somebody you might need to monetize. And I've still got some of the things monetized. Then YouTube said, yeah, you can have monetization. And I thought, I'm not going to put my all in this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to just keep it going every so often. I'll put up a vid and see what people think. And I feel that, well, there was another problem. The computer I was running on at the time was on its last legs. This is when I started to study this idea of basically studying weapons that people studied Call of Duty weapons, and they were boring about it. They were really, really boring. And I was like, yeah, Call of Duty weapons are really simple to understand. They are facts and figures, and they shoot straight, no matter what it says. Because the way Call of Duty works is, it's not actually a projectile leaving the gun. It's the gun looking down the barrel and seeing what it's looking at. In other words, is it looking at a player, or is it looking at a wall? And it shows a firing animation, and you don't see bullets, and you see bullet holes at the other end. You never see bullets. So it's basically a really cheap way of doing it, and they're easy to understand. They really are. Call of Duty weapons are the easiest bloody things to understand. There are only two weapons in that franchise that I'd say I would ever do a study this on. And since Ghosts come out, I'm not even going to bother. They've got to do something really good with the next Ghosts. But I'm talking way too much. Yeah, I decided to study this. Basically, study this was going to be, I think it still is my flagship series. Even though I haven't done one in months. I still feel, well, no, that's not true. I did one about 4 weeks ago, but yeah, my brain is going a bit stupid at the moment, but hey ho. I just did it. I just did it with TF2 Weapons, because TF2 Weapons are difficult to understand, and I wanted to tell people how I feel about the weapons, how I feel they work, because this is something that I don't think everybody understands. I'm not the best game player, let's face it. If you've probably seen one of my gameplays, I'm not the best. But I know when a weapon is good, and I know when a weapon isn't. People say these weapons are good, and I was like, on some you're right, on some you're wrong, and on some if you put this with this with this, you get a good weapon. I feel that understanding weapons in games is basically fun. It's, if you can understand how a weapon works, you can know whether it's for you, and that's why I started the series. And I did Let's Plays. I think I've actually completed a single Let's Play. No, that's a lie. That is have I completed a single Let's Play on this channel? Oh God. No, I don't think I have I? No. Because... no, I've never completed one. Well, one of my best Let's Plays, which I still sometimes go back and watch today, is my Max Payne Let's Play. Max Payne 2. Sorry, yeah, the reason why I started doing Let's Plays was because I was going to play it anyway, and bloody hell, I'd like to... It's not that I don't do those kind of things. The things I do in Let's Plays is I would not go out of my way to do it. No, it's difficult to explain. If you just recorded, if you had a tap into my computer, let's say, theoretical tap, 24/7 tap, to every single game I played, I would do silly shit when I wasn't recording, if you see what I mean. Because there are people who take games way too seriously, but I just feel games are fun. And I don't know. The reason why I do YouTube? Because I love it. The reason why I don't do as polished a YouTube channel as some people do is because I don't want to put effort into a video that I think takes like 20 hours to make. Let's say I do a Let's Play and cut out the boring bits, and I do editing on the Let's Play and nobody views it. That would make me sad, because I put so much effort into it. When I put barely any effort into it, and a couple of people watch, that makes me happy, because I think of it this way. If you're looking at my work when I haven't put any effort into it, then you understand, you like how I do things, you like how you find me funny, or you find me stupid, or you find something that entertains you. And that makes me happy. If I edited for 15 hours, not straight, but for 15 hours, and hardly anybody viewed it, I would be rather sad, because it's effort that... well, would I do? Would I be, though? I don't know. I don't know whether I'd be sad, though. Because I know I've put effort into something. And knowing me, I'd be proud of what I'd done. So... no, I don't think I'd be sad about not getting as many views as... Let's put it this way. I want one view out of any vid I do. That's all I ever want. One person views it. and I want to make sure that one person isn't me by accident. One other person on the planet's viewed one of my vids that I put effort into, whether it be a smaller effort as turning on fraps and making sure you can hear me in a video, or a little bit more effort with something like Study This, where I try and explain something that I've thought about for going on 3 or 4 hours, trying to understand something that I want to teach you or I find interesting and that I think you should know. And yeah, I just really wanted to do this video to just put my thoughts out there for you guys to understand. Why have I called myself Thrawn? Well, Thrawn is one of my favourite fictional characters in Star Wars. Expanded universe, Thrawn is brilliant. Check him out. Look Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn up on Wikipedia. And, well, I recommend you even get the books because they're brilliant. They really are. So why do I troll the haters? I find them the most stupid goddamn people ever. Because there has only been one troll that has ever really sort of made me angry. And I don't think that was even her fault. That was when I did that big long speech that Google, the comment section got fucked up. The reason I don't care about trolls is that I've put effort into every video. I've taken time, I've been eloquent, or I've done something that frankly I love. It's every single video that you get out is something that I would watch. If I don't want to watch it, I wouldn't put it out. I think that's where some people on YouTube go wrong, is that they do things you can tell by watching it they don't love it. Now you can tell by watching me that I don't put effort into it sometimes. There are some videos that you can tell I haven't put any effort into, but you can tell I love it. Well, I hope you can tell I love it. I know that I love it. I hope I just show it to you guys. I feel that every single time with one of my rants or one of my LPs, which I've got to complete one of these damn things one of these days, I feel that I have done good. I have propelled what I have done. I've put something out there I would want to watch. And when somebody insults it, I just think, well, sometimes when it's really a harsh insult, I just look at their YouTube. Have they put out any videos at all? If they put out a single video, I actually watch it. And I basically look at it and say, have they put love and attention into their videos? And if they haven't, I don't even look. I just think, meh. It's not that I do take constructive criticism, because constructive criticism helps me improve. And I feel that some people, I have on occasion thought that a piece of constructive criticism was trolling, and I did apologise to a couple of people once or twice that I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand that you were being constructive, not trolling. I was probably in a bad mood or something. But I've never thought that anybody who insulted me or called me well, I'm not even going to say, because frankly I'm not going to swear. I'm in one of those calm sort of moods where I don't give two monkeys what anybody thinks. Because if somebody said to me, I hate your channel, it's like, fine. Yeah, you've got your opinion, I've got mine. I feel I put effort, well, no, effort, inverted commas, into my channel. I feel that it's a labour of love, let's face it. Some people might think of it as stupid, but I don't. Would I do it if I wasn't being paid, getting some small monetary penance for it? I don't think I would. Because, okay, I'd still be playing the games, but I wouldn't really want to put my gameplay out there. I never really understood the way I play games. I thought everybody played games the way I do. But I play them really weird compared to other people. Other people go look at things and try and get through the game in one seamless thing. I show you the bits where I die and where I get aggravated. I feel I want to take you on the experience of me getting pissed the hell off when I can't take out a boss or when I do something stupid. And I just did it because first time I ever did it was with Max Payne 2. And that was because I didn't want to edit the damn thing. My computer was on its last legs, so I didn't really want to risk it. So I just kept going. And, well, I just didn't really want to be bothered with editing because that could kill my computer. You know, my computer was in a bit of an odd state at the time. It's difficult to explain, but if you ever want me to explain, I will, but I don't really think you care about what my old computer was about. But this is the reason why I do YouTube, is because there is a tiny monetary incentive, but the monetary incentive is so far off that I don't actually care. I just want to put stuff out there that every single person I think views it wants to watch it, wants to know something, wants to be entertained for a few minutes, or wants to understand my view on something, or wants to know something about me. I feel that this YouTube is, my YouTube is what I love. I love doing games and I love doing YouTube. I know this could be an old thing to say, but when I'm not aiming to get successful, but I hope I do. When I get any girl fans and they sort of stalk me and things like that, I know I'm pipe dreaming here, but they are going to have to know there is going to be a long way before you go over YouTube. It's something I love. If you love my videos, love me, and you're going to love what I do. And I don't know why I got upset that. That was weird. Thanks for watching this heartfelt video on why I do YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. You don't need to leave a like. If you do, thanks. What's the like about this video? It's just me spewing out feelings about why I do YouTube, but okay. If you're new to this channel, look at other vids that I've done then subscribe. Don't just subscribe because of this vid. Look at my other vids. Then hit that red subscribe button if you wanna know more. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching this Why I Do YouTube vid. It's probably not what I'm gonna call it, but it might be. Thanks.